What's up, guys? So these are my headphones. Very nice headphones, but unfortunately one of the pads here was kind of loose, so I've had to kind of get it to where it stays on. You know, we all do those sort of things where you kind of have to put a spot of glue or tape or a little stitch here or there. Things happen with time and wear, so you just kind of go with what you got rather than trying to replace it all together. So I was at work, and I was going to go to a place where it's going to be out of range of my phone as far as the Bluetooth connection. So I was like, let me just set them down and I'll come back. That way I don't break it. You know, you got to go back, reset, all that other stuff. So as I had set them down and I walked away, somebody else walked over and picked them up thinking, oh, I'll just listen to what's going on or what have you. And when they did that, the piece came off. So I come over, I see my headphones in their hands, dismantled, and they were like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And my thing was, it's cool, but there's a point where when you see something just sitting out, it doesn't mean that it's free just to touch or it's free just to tinker with. Now, that really didn't happen. But if we can use this as an example of the headphones sometimes are our moods, our everyday disposition. What did it take for us to pull ourselves together, piece ourselves together? Sometimes it is with glue or a tape or something, just to say, I'm going to get through this day and I will stay connected to what it is that I need to. Sometimes the reality that we got to pay our bills, that we have to, do for our children, that we have to just be for a spouse or whatever it is, or we just have to maintain for ourselves. So that's the connection. So I didn't want to break that connection, so I set what I had down in the moment. But when you see yourself vulnerable, or when you see something else or somebody else vulnerable, that is not a time to pick them up and just decide to tinker with them. Because again, you don't know what it took for them to put themselves together to get to where they had to be for you to even be in their view, to think that they were vulnerable enough to mess with. I hope that makes sense, because every day, in a mental health, in just a behavioral health, in a physical health, spiritual, emotional health, we see people that we have no idea what they were going through right before they got here. Because people won't just walk in with a sign over themselves or it on their t-shirt, or they won't just walk in and tell us. So a lot of times we are taking a chance by saying or doing something to somebody when we really don't know. And we've been in that position too. And how many times was your fuse that short and on fire when you already got someplace because of what had happened earlier? Doesn't mean that you have the right, or it's a reason, or it's an excuse or explanation to take it out on somebody else. But we've all done it. We're human. We're supposed to go through this range of emotions, and we're supposed to be able to not only express them, but more importantly, when we know we've been wrong, we need to apologize and atone for them as well. So I say all that to say, just keep in mind that we're all human. If you just turn the lights out and we all shared, our stories and things that were similar, we'd find out we were so much more alike than not. And when those lights came on and you saw that that person is a different gender, that person is a different ethnicity, that person is a different nationality, that person is a different religion, that person is a different sexual orientation, we would realize we are more alike. And there's a lot of things that keep us divided, but we should not be the reason that is. They can try to indoctrinate us with whatever it is to keep us thinking that the other person is the problem. But once we start looking inside and then realizing that can generate and radiate to other forces around us, being each other, and really respecting that, then I think we're in a better place. So hopefully this half story makes sense. And if you guys have any sort of ace up the sleeve advice, comment, experience on how you've done that, or did you have your own story that was similar, and how did you go through that? How did you either make it through your day, your connection to that with that Wi-Fi? How did you watch somebody else go through that? Were you the one who picked up the headphones and accidentally broke something on somebody? I mean, how did that work for you? Love to hear it in the comments. Please hit the like. Even if you dislike, the engagement helps the channel. And I think I got everything out that I needed to. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I hope that this finds everybody in a place, pursuit, or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.